day, I already have applied my foundation and contoured and eyebrows and everything except for eyes and lips. And I had a special request for a brown tone smoky eye. I'm gonna be using the J.cat Downtown LA palette. I just got in the mail the other day. I've never had a J.cat product until now. And these, I think I swatched this one and it swatched beautifully. So hopefully this will look really, really good. I have my dirty brushes, but anyway, I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild set that I used in the last video, and then I'm gonna use the It Cosmetics all around shadow and angled liner brush. So I'm gonna start with my fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go in with this color, and I'm just gonna tap that off. And you may wanna prime your eyes before this. I've already set everything except for my eyes and lips, obviously, but I'll set again after. I'm gonna put a base down of this with just a shadow brush, and I'm gonna just stick that on my lid. And then we're gonna go back with the shimmery white right here. I think it's white. I hope it's not purple. I'm gonna spray with Fix Plus and see if this helps. I'm gonna take my big fluffy brush again, and I'm gonna go into the crease with this color. And again, you wanna tap that off. So you just want a little bit on there. And then I like to look down when I do my crease. Depending on your eyes, if you have hooded eyes, this helps. And don't go all the way in, just go to where your brow comes down. Then we want to kind of get it a little more concentrated on the outside corner with that same color. We just want to work that in and blend it. Okay, so we're done with the fluffy brush, and then we're going to take a smudge brush with that same brown and just barely tap it. And we're going to do the corner of our lid. And then just blend that in with your finger. And then I'm gonna take the It Cosmetics brush, and I'm gonna go into this color. Again, tap it off, and I'm gonna use this to kind of transition. Because we wanna go from dark to light, but we want it to be a super smooth transition. I'm gonna take my finger, like just my middle finger, go in there, baby, and I'm gonna go into this maroon, it's like a shimmer, and I'm just gonna go right over both of those, very lightly, just tapping. So just blend this until it's completely smooth, basically. I'm gonna go into my inner corner with my index finger with a little bit of this gold. I put the white down as a base just so that the transition would be smoother. I'm gonna use the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I kind of just press the end of the pen to make sure that there's plenty of ink at the end, because that's going to make for a sharper wing. I'm going to extend my wings out since we're doing a smoky eye, I'm gonna go back over this area and really make it smoky. And we're not gonna put any liner on the bottom. We're gonna do all that bottom smoke with shadow. This is as far as I go for like a daytime work look. But again, we're doing a smoky eye, so we're gonna keep going. I just wanted you guys to know, like, this is an everyday look that I normally do all the time. Okay, so I'm gonna take my crease brush or smudge brush, whatever you wanna call it, and go into whatever black color you have, or you can use the darkest brown. I'm gonna use black because it's gonna fade into my liner. Tap it off. And just lightly, very, very lightly. You're gonna tap that in and blend it with your liner. Don't scrape the liner. You don't want to take the liner off. You just want to tap. And don't get too much at the beginning. You can always build, but you don't want to go like full on black eye. And then again, just take your finger and just keep layering until it's smoky and dark enough to your liking. Then for the bottom, we're going to take the same brush with the same black shadow. You're going to basically try to tight line into your bottom lashes with the shadow. You don't want to go really far down, or you're going to just look like you had a really bad night drinking. So we want it smoky, but we don't want to look sloppy. If you don't want it to look so black and you want more of the brown tone, then just go back over the whole thing on the outer edge with that brown shade that we first went in with, and it'll lighten it up. So the black you want with the liner because you want it to blend. But see how this adds a warm brown tone? Can you see the difference? For your brow, you can take this lightest matte color up here. For a smoky eye, I don't do a shimmer on my brow bone. I just feel like it looks a lot better with a matte. And you just want a real thin layer, and then make sure you blend that down. And I do all of this with my finger. I'm gonna throw on some falsies and I'll be back. Okay, so I put on my falsies. These are just Kiss, and then I did my mascara, and I'm about to do some waterline eyeliner. So I'm just going to use this Revlon Color Stay 2-in-1 angled Kajal liner. It has this actual kohl liner or Kajal liner on one end, and then the other end is like a smudger. So it's perfect for the smoky eye. Don't go all the way into the corner or you're just going to cry black all day. So now I'm going to take my smudge brush again, and I'm going to smudge this out so that it's not so thick and chunky. If you find that you have any flaking at all, just take a fluffy brush. This is not the same one I used earlier. It's actually bigger. This is the brush I use for highlighting. And just kind of swipe under there. Make sure you got everything loose off. I even do this in my lashes sometimes to make sure, after your mascara is dry, to make sure you don't have any flaky fallout. Because with a smoky eye, the last thing you want to do is look sloppy. I'm going to use the Becca Après-Ski palette. And I haven't put blush on yet, so I'm going to go in with this bigger brush. I'm using this color. I'm going to very, very lightly dab and blush just a little. Don't want to go super, super pink, so just enough. For highlight, I'm going back to my big fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in with the top one, which is Icicle. And lightly swipe. You don't have to highlight if you don't want to. If you want a more matte look, just don't highlight. Just, you can contour or just do bronzer. I'm gonna use the Jouer Lip Creme in Winter Rose. This has been my favorite lipstick for like the last month. So just tap. Make sure there's no chunks. You'll also know that it's dry that way. And then I take some Shape Tape concealer. This is Light Sand. I don't really want a full dot, so I dot it so that I have a thin layer. Shape Tape is really good for doing ombre lips because it dries matte and it blends well. And I'll give you guys a close-up just so you can see smoky eye. So another pointer is do not use setting spray on your eyeshadow after you've blended it, because then it's gonna crease back up. I only set right before I do my eyeshadow, that way it does not crease. So if you guys like this tutorial, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, hit the bell so that you get notification every time I upload. Barbie, this was for you. I hope this is what you were looking for. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you think it's too much, just put one more thing on. Go dazzle them, doilies!